I believe God needs our brain to help us, the way we think, what we think. Deep regret, for example, goes through our mind, whatever our mind is, and then touches the fabric of reality, its molecules as it were, and anchors the circumstance of regret, and firms it up. It was as if God said to me, in my moment of regret, saying, "Are you going to let it bleed out?" I suppose if my mind holds my circumstance in the cavern of regret, or my emotion, that I will keep it so, and that exact thing will bleed out the rest of my life. I also had a sense, now with a moment of hope, that God revealed to me that circumstances are malleable pools, like some pool of water. But the circumstance or situation in life becomes changeable only when I believe in my mind that it is changeable. I have to see it so. The concept must be in my mind. And here in the deep of my life, God is, because the deep can touch God, and He said, "Plant a flower in your circumstance." The flower is a slightly visual thing I do with my mind. I see a possibility in my old circumstance, I put something with intention inside it, with my will and hope, I see a color inside my path, and inside this blooming color, or flower, I see healing, I see restoration, I see possibilities. When we pray we must try to find the sharpness of realness. I focus on the Lord. With my feeling and heart and mind and imagination I try to see His light, His presence, I look at it directly, sharply, I want to feel the realness of it, however vague in my attempt. It is there at this point where I make God specific to my needs. I see in Him healing, I see restoration in this light, feel it, touch it, as it were, I see His power and all possibilities, I specifically see Him specific. When Jesus prayed He said to His Father, "All things are possible for you." Why say that when it is obvious? It is because His mind made God specific. I give up my notion of regret that I had tied like a knot into the fabric of reality. I give up my notion in my brain, that God cannot solve my situation, I give that up to Him. I stand clean before Him, having forfeited the birthing chamber of regret, and doubt, and the knots I have tied. I stand there too, because there must be a receiver at the other end of the miracle from God, and the receiver is me, the shape of me, the stature of me, a prince who is clean and new, or a crumbled up little creature who pulls with it all the entangled mass and molecules of the past. I also present my circumstance to God, as though to say, "Here it is, this is what it is." I give God a connection point, and a receiver. Perhaps He cannot find us when we cannot be found ourselves. The receiver must have a shape, the receiver must forgive him or herself, otherwise our forgiveness is a stake in the ground, with demands. When we pray we say, "Let your will be done on earth as it is in heaven," so this earth, here, is a connection point which I make specific. I take my circumstance to God and present it so, as it were, as though to say, "This is what it looks like." In the meantime let us see the flower of hope and healing we planted, and let us look at what it looks like.